Good evening, everybody. This is session number 6, Big Money Moves. I'm holding up the guidebook for anyone listening, and you can get the guidebook at peacefulriches.com. It will take you into our Discord server or our Telegram chat, and then you can get the guidebook there. I think it's great to follow along with the sessions. So welcome, everyone. This is going to be a big one, as they say, with the big money moves. I hope you're going to be excited for this, because I know there's lots of processing mentally and getting things done, but this is the one where taking action is the name of the game. So I hope you're ready. I noticed in the last chat quite a few of you making your offers, and maybe I would have liked to see a couple more offers posted in the group. If you know from the last session, it was about creating an offer into your world. And the people who were doing it, you can see how they're developing over time, getting better and better and more refined. I know a lot of you, it takes time to create these offers because you have to create the product, you have to create lots of other things. So this will be a work in progress. I want you to realize everything we're doing, please don't think that when Get Money Now is finished next Sunday, please don't just go, okay, that's it, over. Okay, I survived. Nice. Moving on with my life. I hope we can start to develop these principles as a group and keep going and keep building these concepts out, because if you do this right, it's amazing how many new incomes you can start having flowing in pretty quickly and start to build new wealth systems. And you'll realize in a few months, lots of things will be happening. Even in a few weeks, you can start getting good money in. But in a few months, a lot of things can start to turn around in a big way. So tonight, I want to talk about big money moves. And this is something that draws attention to us in a way that suddenly just opens up some doors. And there's many ways we can do this. So whenever I talk about big money moves, you might see big money moves like my good friend Alex Hudutan. I know a lot of you know him. I was just doing a call recently on his group called Zero to Hero, and we had a very interesting one. But I like to use him as an example for a lot of these because he does some big money moves. Like he threw an Amazon seminar and there was 700 people. And at that event, he had to organize that, prepare all the meals, all the events, multi-day speakers, all the other things. But then at the same time, he also flew in 50 high-level multimillionaires, some of them to speak on the group. Some of them had to bribe them with either first class or a private jet trip or many other things to get them to come to his event. And then he put on an event where we were traveling around Romania. He was showing us all his favorite places. We were going to the seaside. We were doing paragliding. We were doing rally day with Titi Hour in Romania. We were doing so whenever you put all those things together in a 1-week process, it's a bit mind-blowing how many things you have to organize. 50 high-level multimillionaires, and most, for anyone who's organized events for a lot of wealthy people, everyone wants a special requirement. So it can be it's not like somebody's organizing some events. There's a lot of demands on your time and a lot of demands on what you're doing. So I like him as an example because he's a great person to watch in terms of taking big money moves, big bold actions in order to network, in order to connect with people. And at that event, the reason why I was telling his event was because I also did a big money move within that event. So this is the thing, even within other people's big money moves, you can also create a big money move. Because at this event with Alex, I looked around and it was these people are pretty awesome. I really enjoyed the conversation. You're sitting down having a conversation with someone and they're talking about how they sold a company for 25 million and how their life's changed since there and how they built it up. And it's oh wow, this is a great conversation. You talk to someone else, they sold their brand for 8 million. You talk to someone else and they've sold their brand for another crazy amount. Someone else is building some new incredible project. And there's so many things, and my mind's just holy shit, these conversations, I just love these. There's just so much diversity of great conversations about high level business, of things that I wasn't even aware of. So whenever you get an opportunity like that, what you can do is, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to have good conversations. And then whenever the event's over, you go, bye-bye, everyone. Nice to meet you. Great to see you. Hope it happens again sometime, and go home. That's what a lot of people do. But I decided I'm not going to be a lot of people. And I'm not going to do it that way. And during that event, I was thinking, okay, how do I keep these connections going? Because again, when you have so many high-level multimillionaires, like no one stands out because everyone stands out. So it's like nobody has really anything above anyone else in terms of that way where you just get instant credibility. You have to work something else different than other people are willing to do. So during that event, I was like desperately racking my brain. How can I keep contact with these people? Like, I just think this would be incredible if like we can start being friends. We can start to like, because if you know me long enough, I always say poor people focus on hard work, rich people focus on network. So I feel like whenever you have the right people in your life, they open up all the doors and they give you like shortcuts to wherever you need to go. So I really make that a principle in order to be able to connect with people in a good way. So then what do? Like, think about this right now. You're in that situation. What do you do in order to keep contact with all these people? And you get such a good opportunity, such a golden opportunity to build friendships long term with these great people. Like Alex, in order to meet most of these people, he spent over 100,000 euro on a mastermind, and they all paid 100,000 euro each, and that's where a lot of them met each other. So it was all like the highest level people. And obviously, if everyone can pay 100,000 euro, they all know a lot. So they all pay 100,000 euro. I just got an invite, pretty nice. It wasn't bad for me. So okay, what do you do in that situation? So I thought, okay, like when's the next time? Could I throw an event? Could I do something else? Could I do something to connect with them? And I found out, I heard people talking, and they had another event coming up in October. It was an Amazon mastermind where they were all going to go to Amsterdam, and they all would meet up there, and they'd have this highest level mastermind program. So I realized they're all coming to Europe anyway. So why not put an event in Marbella the week before? Because they'll be coming in anyway. So why not just align with that properly and bring people in, and they can put on a great event? So it's like, okay, you got all these people, like what type of event could I put on that would bring them in? So it was like, okay, what do they like? They like luxury experiences, like crazy things, they like lots of fun activities. So I was like, okay, I just started telling people we're going to do an event. Well, actually, it was going to be a rally car event, but then it changed quickly to, it was going to be, we're going to get a bunch of supercars. We're going to go up traveling all up around the mountain roads. We're going to get some yachts. We're going to hire some boats and do water sports. We're going to go eat in the most beautiful, luxurious places. We're going to go hiking in the Caminito del Rey. We're going to be doing go-karting. We're going to be doing, and there was like every day there was just action-packed, stacked out activities. So then I found the few people I knew would be most friendly, like the few people I knew that I could get first. I got like 3, 4, 5 people, got them to say yes. So that's a big principle in this, building like a little energy hub of people that can draw the next people. Because if I just say, hey, I want to do an event in Marbella, do you want to come? They're like, nah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really know you so well, and no. So that's what happened. So I got the people that I knew would be the friendliest, that I talked to the most, and got them excited about it, and they were sold on it. And then I used their credibility to get the next people, the ones they were most friendly with. I said, hey, this guy's coming to my event in October. I would love if you would come also. And he's like, sure, they're coming, I'm coming. And then I used that guy's credibility and the other one to get the next one. And before you know it, there was 25 people coming to stay at my house in Spain. And it was like, because people just kept saying, yeah, I want to come. And then even like without me asking, people started coming. And it was just an incredible way, like having to organize all these things for all of these people. And it's like whenever people come and stay in your house and you put on an experience for them, that they again, people remember this event. It's one of those things like in your mind, it'll keep you thinking about it, about the person who organized it, probably could be even the rest of your life. You think about key moments, key events that were just like mind-blowing, exciting. So you start to have host power, and they sort of remember me in a more credible way when other people might forget they even met the people at the event. So we had that. We put on a week of events. We were doing like, again, all supercar trips, doing all these crazy things. And then from there, like a lot of those people started to move to Marbella because I would show them the place. We'd sell them on the idea. And then we started to build a network here of lots of incredible people who are coming down here. And then lots of other people, they come traveling a lot. And it's like, it just keeps a door open for an incredible network. And I did have to do a lot of energy. It took a lot of energy organizing all these people, organizing all the events, organizing all the other things. But I saw the reward on the other side of it. And it's like, I could have easily just been like, seems like too much effort. Whatever. I'll do something else. I'll wait until somebody else puts an event on. But me being me, I didn't do that. I was like, no, I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity. And this is the difference in life a lot of time. It's, are you willing to take the opportunity? Because let's say another event we had with our Enlightened Millionaire groups. What we had wanted to do originally was you have the people who aspire to be in the Enlightened Millionaires, and then we have the Enlightened Millionaires. So it'd be like 30 high-level multimillionaires come, and then 30 people who want to be to that level. And we were organizing an event down in Constanța in Romania as well. And so it'd be like 30 people aspiring to be millionaires, 30 people who were millionaires, and then it was almost like oil and water in a way. A lot of people who would have benefited greatly by going and talking to these people, it was like 2 separate groups the whole trip. They just stayed separate. And there was a little tiny bit crossover, but they didn't take the opportunity to go and be like, these are great people, they're very friendly, I'm going to go and have a conversation and meet these people. Everyone stayed in their own little groups. And it was such an interesting thing to watch. We thought it would be much more mingling, but again, people the multimillionaires like to hang out with each other, but then if other people come in, they would have been open and had a good time, but nobody really came in to talk to them. So it's like, you see how opportunities can slip past, moments can slip past very easily, and then it's just like you don't take advantage of these opportunities. But this is what life is. It's all these little moments that really change what we're going to be doing in life. And there's like a lot of this can seem like a very high level big money move, but there are other levels of big money moves. A big money move for some of you can be sending someone an email and asking for your first client, because you've never done that before. If you've always worked as an employee, are you willing to step up and try and make your first money as an entrepreneur? That can be terrifying. The first time you cold call someone, or you knock on a door, or you send someone an email and ask for an order. That can also be a big money move. Like, there's many things we can do to start taking action, which is what I want to talk about tonight. Is like, what can we do? First of all, building momentum with small money moves and working our way up to big money moves until you really normalize the process of taking big action and being willing to step up and connect with people in a different way. Because this is the difference between, you ever wonder how those people who you see on YouTube and they've got big houses and they're very successful and doing very well and other stuff, it's like, do you ever wonder how they get there? And it's basically a lot of these little momentums, these different things. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I say someone saying, did we start? You don't see. Hopefully everyone else is seeing what I'm saying. I think, yeah, okay, good. Didn't want to get distracted there. So yeah, but this is what it is. It's building momentum with small little simple steps. Like, even putting your offer in the group, that can be the first step to taking a big move. Like, you've never thought about making an offer before that's really clear. And maybe it takes a lot of brain power. Like, this stuff takes a lot of thought, which is why I recommend getting rid of all the crap in your life that distracts your thinking. Like songs with vocals that are over, like you're playing along with songs instead of thinking. Like watching shows instead of thinking, like eating stuff where you're kind of tired, having too many conversations with people that aren't really necessary. Oh, so Zoltan saying there's no video for him either. Is anyone else doing that as well? Make sure you from 0 to 50 or 90. Okay, everyone's okay. Some people are saying it's okay. Okay, that's odd. Maybe just if someone having a problem, just close the call and come back in. It should work. So, yeah. So that's why it's starting to build momentum in these type of things. So I want to start looking at people in the group. And again, if I see things that I can see quite quickly and people who have a good base, I'll start giving recommendations of moves that you can take. And start, like, I want us as a group to start making these moves, to start, like, just being willing to ask for the orders, being willing, again, I don't want everyone just to spam our group like crazy. That's not the point of that. There's a place where I'll put where everyone can post their offers, but then it's like going out in your world and making the offers other places and connecting with people and doing those things over time. So it's like, again, I'm not just saying this is the only place. Like, I want you to be able to contact people, to reach out, to do a lot of these different things. So what we're going to be doing is, like, I did look into some other people's situations, and I was saying I'm going to pick on Zoltan a little bit tonight because he posted in the last call, and I really like Zoltan. I think he's a great guy. I think he's upped his branding game and personal branding a lot in a while, and he's starting to get a good offer going, and it's very nice. But Zoltan, I did go to your website. I don't know if anyone else went to his website. I think it was clicktive.org or .net or something. I think that's what it was. So it was like, I did go there, and I don't know if Zoltan's here. Okay, he's good. He's here. I see him typing. So I went there and it was like one interesting video. So there's one interesting video, and then, yeah, so he's put it clicktive.agency. So, .agency, okay. So, and then it was like just one testimonial. And again, the testimonial, it was a bit like the video quality wasn't very good. It also wasn't edited to your style. And there was no offer. There's no like mafia offer where it's so good I can't resist it. You made a good video and it kind of covered a lot of things. And I was like, oh, cool, that's interesting. And then it was like, call for a free strategy session or click for a street, and it's like, I don't really know what that is. Like, I don't know, like, what does a free strategy session even mean for me? It's not clear, and it's not like a no-brainer for me, where it's like, I'm probably the type of person that I probably exactly need what Zoltan's offering, but I'm still not compelled to like jump and take his offer, even though I probably want to, just because I think it probably makes sense, but I'm just not sold on the concept. So what I was wondering, Zoltan, it was like, see, I don't know. I think Zoltan, I think this is where he's starting this thing on the side. He has another income doing another thing, and he wants to start making this his main income. Like, Zoltan, do you have enough clients to make this a full-time profession now? Or is this like you're just starting out and it's becoming what you're doing? I know we'll have to, hopefully you can type quickly so I don't get so much delay, but I was just thinking because, okay, 0 clients yet. Okay, so, all right. Do you have, like, I don't know if are you open to just talk freely as like what the prices are, what other stuff, and then we can kind of play around with it a little bit and see how this goes. Okay, good. So he said yes. So here's the thing, Zoltan, you don't need to tell us this, but you can even just write down right now and just write down a number of how much you need to leave your other income source. Yeah, again, I don't know. I think you were working somewhere. It might have been an employee, I'm not sure, or maybe self-employed. But if you want to move that, just write down for yourself, like how much you will need. Okay, 3K a month, easy. So how much is this service you're offering? In your brain right now, it can be changed at any time depending on what it is, but how much? So he said 3,000 or not. So yeah, 3,000 a month he needs in order to leave that, because this is a big principle for everyone. Always, like, everyone wants to think about how much money I would like to have. It's like, forget that at the beginning. It's fine, you put that on your board, have a look at it, like, I want to need 50,000 a month, whatever, but always think about, first of all, how much do I need to leave whatever else I'm doing for money if you have something else better. So if you could open his microphone. I don't know what that is. So, you mean, let him come on and talk. Yeah, it's okay this way. I just want to talk about it briefly a little bit. I think we can do hot seat sessions coming up, and we can actually look at your income things and figure out what it is. So he says his offer is 3K for the low tier offer, 5K for the Grand Slam offer. Okay, so, and you have 0 clients. Here's how I'd look at this. Because I'm really big into this right now in terms of getting money now. Getting enough clients so you can leave your old income and jump into your new income full time. That's my priority with anything, because once you can focus on it full time, your world is completely different because all your energy is into it, and now it grows rapidly. But sometimes people want the bigger money before they get the smaller money. And you can do that sometimes, but it's like, okay, 3,000 a month, it's not a lot. Like, maybe there's a way, like, so 3K a month, that's, if you come to me and says it's $3,000 a month, I'm like, that's quite a lot when I don't have any social media presence. So it's like, yeah, what is like the 3,000 a month? It's like, do I want to pay $3,000 a month straight off? It's like, I'm not sure about that. Like, how many videos do I actually need? Do I really need it to be such an intense level? Or is there something, would I maybe pay 500 a month? That seems like, yeah, that's all right. We're just starting out doing this thing, 500 a month. And then, Zoltan, is there a way you can get 6 people at 500 a month? Because the thing is, like, how many videos can I really make? How many videos do I really need? So here's the thing. I'm breaking down, like, if you look at his website, some of you might have clicked on it as well and opened inside. It's like there's only one video testimonial, but no examples of what you can do. So what I'm curious is, why is there not like 20, 30 videos from other people there? Like a little list. If I saw like 30 different creators with their videos, and here's how you create those. So you might have to do work at the beginning. This is just how life is. So Zoltan, he has the streams here. I put them on YouTube. Like, I put these streams on YouTube. He has access to them already. He can just clip it. Yeah, so he can just clip it, and then he can send me a picture, a segment of what, like, pick one really good moment that I just did, clip it, edit it, send it to me, and say, here's what this video would look like. Would you like more of these for a certain thing? And even on your website, this is what I would do as a free offer. I would say, I will do one video for you for free, so you see what it looks like. But the catch is, I get to use it as a testimonial on my website. So like your offer would be, I will edit one video, and you think, wow, that's a lot of effort to do one video for lots of people who might not buy. And it's like, if you do that, okay, send me one video clip. I'll edit it, because fuck it, at the beginning you have to work a lot. It is what it is. If you have to work 6-7 hours a night after work, just like, who cares? It is what it is if you're committed to this thing. So it's like, you say, I will do one video for free to show you the quality. If you love it, we'll talk after that. And then you do the video, you put them on your social media, you put with the people's website as well, and then you have like 50 different creators with 50 different videos all the way down. You see me from Peaceful Riches, you see Alex from Hero to Zero, you see like Addy from his agency affiliate thing, and blah, 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 blah. And if I saw 50 different versions of it, I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot of cool shit. That looks nice. And it's just like, it's no brainer. It's like, yeah, I'll send you one video. I'll send you a YouTube link. You can clip 30 seconds from it. Like, do a 30-second clip, 1 minute clip, something I see. And then it's like, let's talk. And maybe I'll do like some 500 a month. I think you said something about, yes, I can, but they won't have a benefit. You need to post a minimum of one video a day. So, okay, well, it's interesting. I'm not sure I believe that, in a way that, again, it doesn't really matter, because you might have a strategy in mind. Like Zoltan, so I think for what your strategy is, maybe that's what has to happen. But maybe my strategy is a little bit different. Maybe I just want to see some nice videos on my social media. And I actually, I would like that. I would like in the Telegram, we have little clips building up, maybe on YouTube Shorts. Like, maybe I'm not like super intense into the stats right now. Maybe I'm not like, I need to have this many people by this many time. Maybe just like 6 videos a month, 7 videos a month. A little package. I get some. You find the little clips. Boom, boom, boom. No worries. And it gets me in the door to start working with you. 3,000 a month. It's like, you better be fucking good for 3,000 a month. So that's the thing. Like, you better be fucking great at this. And then I don't want to think that's because until I'm more established, that doesn't seem like a lot. But a lot of people could pay 500 a month. If you're starting to build a social media, manage it, do the tag words, other stuff. And the thing is, you only need 6 of those at 500 a month. So you figure out, how much can I do, and then make this a full-time thing with 6 people. And you probably want 8, so you have 2 backups if some drop off. And then you show those as testimonials, and then you get more credibility. And you don't even need to wait. Like, find people like me, like Addy, like Alex, like anyone else here who has this, or any other group, or just online. Do it for them, send it to them. And now you're starting to get in business. So you bring your offer down and go, okay, can I get 3,000 a month consistently and comfortably over and over again? And you see quite quickly, like 3,000 a month, that's a big price for a lot of people. But 500 a month isn't a lot. Like, it's not that big of it. So it's like, can you make it easy for people to get into your world? And then you're building testimonials and skill while you're doing it. So it's like, for you to have like me as a testimonial, to have Alex as a testimonial, to have Addy as a testimonial, to have like a few other people here as a testimonial, that's awesome. And then edit those very well. And then do that. And even, so you could even just do like, okay, a couple of hundred a month, whatever. Like, whatever you've got to do to get the first people in, to get the testimonials, to get, like, if his page was full of like 50 different examples, it just looks like a no-brainer. Whereas now it doesn't. When I go, it's like, you've worked with one person maybe, and you don't even show how their videos are. So hopefully that's like just a few little ideas, Zoltan, already that you can start to do. And then it's like a much easier road into your world. Because every time, like, again, I see a lot of people, it's like, how much money do you need? What's the minimum I can do to get to that amount? Like, what's the minimum number of clients I need? Like, it's so important to think that, because once you get out of the old income that's that's tying you up and making you like tired and using your attention, you go full time, and now you work 12 hours a day in that business, and then you get 2 more clients, 3 more clients, 4 more clients. So you want to have like a no-brainer offer that gets people in ready and able to pay. And even if you have to underprice at the beginning, it's fine. Wait until you're overbooked and then raise your price once you're overbooked. So Lucy says, regarding video, is a Shutterstock video an option? Don't kill me for this, or should it be personal? Yeah, Zoltan says, I was stuck in doing it my way, actually what I learned in a course, but your way makes more sense to start with. Yeah, it's just like, do it. Like, all these people, they want to tell you about how much you can make. You can make 45,000 a month in 3 months, and it's just like, maybe. Or how about you get to 3,000 a month so you don't have to go to work anymore, and now you do it full time, and then you work your way up. Because people, again, we have this thing now, we're in this like overestimating our power very early, where it's like, it doesn't matter, do the grunt work at the beginning. If you have to work more and really just blow their minds at the beginning to get the testimonials, show that it works, then it's awesome. So yeah, so Alex's Mafia offer, even if it's worth 3K, do it for 500. Yeah, so, and there is your time, like Zoltan, you don't have to be the one editing the videos, just to let you know. I want you to be aware of that. Sometimes we get into these things, you go, well, I learned all these skills. It's like, yeah, it's good you learned those, because now you know how much it takes, how difficult it is, how long it should take someone. You can bring apprentices in. You can be the sales guy. You create the Mafia offer that's just incredible. You start bringing people in, and then start raising the prices gradually, and then you start paying them maybe 2 months down the line. So you find people who are learning what you're learning. They can do that. They don't know how to get clients. They need testimonials for themselves as well. And even if you go 50-50 on the sale price for now, even if you get 250 each, like, fuck it, some kid might be 18 living at home, and he can get 1,000 a month. So Zoltan says, I won't be, because it takes a long time to do it, but I learned the process and can easily find editors. Yeah, I don't know. I won't be, because yeah, it does take, yeah. So it's like, it takes a little bit of time to get that, but there are lots of like kids with skills and other stuff. Oh, I won't edit myself. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Cause it's just like, you want to be the sales guy, but here's the thing. Once you know how to make an incredible offer, it's like, it just lets people into your world easily. Like, even Addy was talking the other day. He was saying, oh, maybe I can give away the first course for free, and then I can still probably make more money at a back end way. So it's like, how do you change the way you're doing it? Like, sometimes we're short-term greedy, whereas I want people to be long-term greedy. Like, think about how much money you're going to be making in the long term, and then cover your bills right now. First number is always cover your bills. Like, get to that place where you can cover your bills, and then move on to the next thing. But so this is like, again, it doesn't look like a big money move, but making a nice offer, be willing to work those extra hours. If I have to work 6 hours after my other work and Saturday and Sunday for the first month, 2 months, to have a full-time income doing something else, and then move on. Like, now you're full-time in what you like, and then you just level up, and now you go to 4,000, now you go to 5,000, now you go to 6,000, now you can bring on some employees, now you can scale, now you can get better website. Now it's like, think about this way of doing it, but it starts with that one great offer that's a no-brainer. So Zoltan, like, if I went to your website and says, I will do one video for free, and if I saw 30 videos below that looked awesome, I'd be like, here, take mine. Yeah, sure, no worries. And now you add that to your list. Now you've got more credibility. Boom, easy. So, Cosmeans said, I'm charging €800 for one short video. A freelancer is editing for me. The difference is I have a community that follows me: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook groups. 20,000 views, 50,000 views, sometimes 100,000 views in videos more. Very nice. I guess that's a different process than what Zoltan's doing. That's for like one short video. Interesting. Like, interesting what your clients would be for that. So Addy says, one brilliant copywriter I discovered a few days ago has this offer, amazing offer. My emails will make you at least 50,000 for just 500 up front. If I fail, I'll pay you 5,000. DM if you, yeah, no, that's a Mafia offer. Holy shit. So yeah, and then he'll have he won't give that to everyone. He'll do a qualifying process. Some other people say, you give me 1,000 up front or something, and then I'll keep making money from that money, and that's it for the rest of your life. Now I just take half of the profits of the next thing or something like that. So it's like, that's what we've got to get to, is like, if it's difficult to get into your world, make it easy to get into your world. And that's why we're doing the offers in the group. And again, a lot of you go, well, I don't have an offer. I think Elisa, you said, I don't have an offer right now. There's no, like, you made a fake one just for the exercise to do that, but why not make a real one and actually launch it? Like, it's just like, why not make an offer? And again, you might have something else. You're making way more doing something else. Like, that's a reasonable thing. But if you're not making money in the way you want to, like, again, say you're making 10,000 a month doing another thing that you like. Say you love making guitars, and you're making 10,000 a month making guitars that you really love, and you're doing it, like, then every other idea can just fuck off. Like, who cares? You're doing the thing you love, and you're making and you've got all the money you need for your life. It's not like, life is not a race of who can make the most money. I think that's a stupid game. It's like, how much do I need for my life, and then how can I make it full time the thing that I love? So Morgan says, I think I'm overthinking my offer. Yeah, exactly. Just make it like, so people are like, holy shit, that's a great offer. I'd be like, it's just like, you're like, why would, like, if you didn't take it, there's something wrong with you. So, yeah, so Addie says, David, where can we post our offers so we can get feedback? Can we post it? Yeah, it's it. I put a post in the member chat, so I know in, tech support says we can create a new channel. I think it's good because I did that post. Maybe just like, David, can you get the link to that post? It's in members chat, and I put a post. I made it quite big, so you should be able to see that post. There's been quite a few, and I know some of you didn't see it. I probably should have put it in Telegram as well to let people know about the offers. This is things we'll get better at. Maybe we need community support to help with these things. I know I was asking about volunteers, people who want to come in, help us out with some things. So that's a possibility. But yeah, so Elisa, what I was saying is, like, you just rethink what I want. Again, let's say you're doing high level copywriting, and you're making 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, you're loving your work, you're having such joy with it, you get plenty of time left over. It's like, then you don't need to worry about this. But if you're not working exactly how you like, and you can make more money elsewhere and go full time doing what you love the most, then find an offer. Like, even Luciani, I don't know if he's here tonight, maybe he's not here, but it's just like, he's an Uber driver. Make an offer to be a private driver with a high level clients. Like, think of an offer somehow, some way that's more in line with what you want to do, and start moving that direction. So it's starting to think a bit creatively about how you're going to reach out to people, how you're going to be able to do these things to make something really, really interesting happen. So instead of just like, no, because all the time I thought, oh, this business doesn't work, and it's like, it's perfectly fine. Like, what you're doing is high in demand, and you have access to great network. Like, I know a lot of people who know you very favorably and like you. So if the quality is good, then it's fine. So, yeah. So hopefully we'll start seeing more offers. And don't worry about it. It takes a little bit of time to get this. Even just post your first, whatever you can think of, and then we'll work through it in the group, because you'll start to see everyone else's offers getting built and creating, and then whenever you see the offers, how they work, and sometimes, like as Addie posted there, that offer, whenever you see that, it's like, the only reason I wouldn't send him €500 is my fear of it being a scam. Like, that's it. So you have to find how to assure someone of that, because sometimes you can have an incredible deal, but people, they still just, it's like, I don't really trust it. Like, I think a lot of people who probably went to Get Money or the peacefulriches.com and saw the Get Money Now landing page, you probably think you're getting a free 1 hour masterclass webinar, which is like a 1 hour sales pitch. I'm sure a lot of people went there and they were like, ah, shit. So it's like, this is going to be a 1 hour webinar for a sales pitch for another thing. They don't know that it actually is a legitimate full course. So a lot of people might not have signed up because they thought they're so like used to somebody bait and switching them. Whereas, like, if they knew for sure this was a full course like this, more people would have signed up probably. So it's like, again, we still got like 1,000 people signing up for this one. So it was a very good sign up rate for the first iteration of this. So I'm not complaining in any way, but it's like, it probably would have been even way more. It's just people go, okay, another free webinar, all that crap. So, yeah. So Zoltan says, you suggest that my Mafia offer would be do edit one short form video for free. Yeah. The quality of the raw video matters to a lot, so I need to pre-qualify my. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just like, if somebody gives you like the worst piece of crap ever, be like, bruh, no. No, you're not obligated to do anything, but you get somebody sensible. You tell them like what you need. It needs to be at least 1080. It needs to be blah, 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 whatever it is. And you'll show them an example. And the thing is, don't worry about doing it for free, because you put the iteration that you can now use that on your website as an example of your work. So you're building your portfolio. Because if I went there and I saw like 50 variations of it, then I would be like, oh, wow. Yeah. And I can watch them all. Because I would have loved to watch way more videos. There wasn't enough to make me interested. And then think of like, now that they've talked to you, you can talk to them the next stage and give them like the minimum you can make a profit on, and until you get your 3,000 a month. Even if you have to work 10 hours a day to get that, but get that full-time money. And then try to get to 4,000, then raise your price a little bit with more testimonials. So, yeah, but a lot of times it's just overthinking it. It is just like, you just got to make an offer that people want, and you know that people want. Like, would you take the offer yourself? That's the thing. So Christina says, listening to all the offers so far, I'm wondering if I can present my crowdfunding offer like, do you want to be a landowner in CH? I don't know what that is. And take off your purchase off your tax bill, lease and land to a Christian community who will build a church and use it for the ceremonies. I have no idea what that offer means, to be honest. So if that was your offer, I'd rework that somehow. Because the whole thing about these is to get someone into your world. A very like that's why people used to offer you like a free guide or a free webinar. That's why the free webinar works. A free 1-hour masterclass on how to get the purchase price off your tax bill. Like, but then it's just a sales pitch for another thing. If you can actually give somebody something real of value with the next step, then it's very important to be able to do this. So again, in your business, making offers is one part of this. The big money moves. So as the other thing, as people said, let me give you another example. So Elisa, even Ralu, she both kindly offered to do like graphic design or help with copywriting or help with different things, which is very nice. That's a wonderful first step. But what if, because Ralu, she sent me like, I think it was a mood board or something, so I'd have to fill it in. And sometimes I'm lazy to do these things. Whereas like if she wanted to even get more clients or see it in a different way, she could have said, how about if you don't want to fill this in, let's have a quick call. I'll guide you through it. And how about we do it for the group and I'll show you, and you can analyze how my presentation is. It doesn't mean I'll accept that offer, but at least that's an interesting offer. Because I'm thinking, okay, I don't really want to go and open a Google, like one, I don't like clicking Google Docs. I'm just, if I see a link to Facebook, Instagram, Google, Twitter, other stuff, I generally don't click it. So it's not like, I'm just weird like that. I don't like those platforms. I try to stay, I don't even like them interacting with my devices. But if it's just like somebody wants to come on here and says, okay, I'll volunteer for this and let's do it live. So it's super easy for you and we can let people watch how I work, how I operate. And then maybe you get clients that way or something. So it's like, I'm just thinking there's different things that we can do to offer, to put away out there. Like DJ Undo, I have no idea sort of exactly what he does. Maybe he's got like 1 billion clients. He's making 50 trillion a year. I have no idea. He's doing Tomorrowland events, doesn't need any new money things. But let's say he was like a new DJ getting into that. Maybe he wants to do intro music for my videos. And then then I can tell people about it. He can make little theme songs for us. He can make stuff in these groups and then we can share it and then more people can see it. So, again, it probably sounds like if he's doing a lot of big things already. I'm seeing bubbles of faces here. I'm just picking on whatever I can see at the time. Like even Claudia, I was expecting to see your offer for the publishing books for people. Maybe you didn't know we were doing the offers. Christina says CH is Switzerland. Okay, there we go. So there's ways of doing these big offers or the big moves. The big moves, you can do it in networking. Like how do you get into a bigger network? So, wait, let me check just a couple of the comments here first and then I'll move on to the next thing. So Zoltan says, I was definitely stuck in overthinking and complicating it too much. So the main thing is, if you're starting something out, you want to get testimonials and prove that you're good at what you're doing. Like the testimonials are absolute gold. Like I will ask a lot of you for testimonials at the end of this, like maybe even in a month or so after when you have time to apply it and really start seeing new money coming in, hopefully you'll give me a video testimonial that I can use to bring more people in for the same purpose. Again, to give them a free course also, but it's like, those are absolute gold because we had testimonials from our previous courses. I want to bring some of those people onto the calls as well. And you'll see theirs. The same with the mentoring, like because this mentoring I've been doing with people is a new way. We're starting to see like a lot of people having big upgrades right now. So I will ask them for testimonials soon for the mentoring also, because if people are being able to buy companies with no money, if they're being able to like add an extra 50 grand a year in terms of their income after like 3 sessions, if they're able, whenever you start to see these things and you're seeing big changes happen in a very short period of time, then you see like, oh shit, 2000, that's absolutely nothing. Somebody transformed my business, turned my whole direction of life, and now I make 5 times more in 3 months. It's like, Whenever you see those videos and lots of them, it makes it easy for the next people to join. Whereas some people might be considering mentoring in this group already, but because there's no testimonials, you're like, 2,000 might be a lot. And it's like, once you see how we can do it, 2,000 actually looks very cheap. But you have to see the results and see what's possible. So I just put it out at a lower price, first of all, until we get testimonials. And it's important for you all to start doing the same in whatever you're doing. And almost every business needs testimonials of some sort, even if you're selling products. So hopefully you're with me so far. I know this is quite a complicated subject in terms of thinking like how we get out and how we make it easy for people to start doing this. So the big money move in Zoltan's case is like just making that offer, being willing to work more for a lower price until you get the testimonials and you build that up instead of just sitting on his hands waiting. So, where are we then? So, yeah. Let me see. So yeah, they're talking about the videos. So yeah, because with Zoltan as well, it's like, just realize not everyone has the same goals as you. You might think, if I don't get them 1,000 new followers, if I don't get them an ROI, if I don't get them something like this in like 3 months, they're all going to hate me. And it's like, I don't really care. Maybe I just want to start slowly building those platforms. And I just wanted to look nice and be available. So if people look for me, then it's there. Maybe that's my goal. And maybe you can monetize for people like me I don't need to connect everything super intensely. You can give people that. That's where you want your premium offer. You want the higher level offer where it's like, we will give you these quality stats for a higher price, but if you just want me to make nice videos, you got good content, 500, that's no worries. Like, give me, I don't know how many videos. I didn't even think about 5 videos, 10 videos a month to look nice. Boom. And if you're watching the streams anyways, Zoltan, just mark the little clips that you think are good. It's even better if you're doing work for people you like if you're in Alex's group as well. So, yeah, very nice. So Zoltan, I hope you'll come on for the hot seat maybe in a couple of weeks once you've applied some of these things. We can do that because once this course finishes, then we'll do some hot seats, and some of you, like, I would like to hear from Addy. Maybe you want to come on the hot seat. We can start looking at your new offer because I think how you do things is very interesting. Some other people as well. We'll see who that is. Yeah, very nice. And then Elisa, if you're launching something, maybe that would be very nice. Maybe Ralu, some other people. And if people volunteer, I'm always going to push you hard to try and get you to prosper more. It's just how it is. Instantly, as soon as somebody says, I want to volunteer, it's like, okay, how do I make you rich? And this is what happened to me when I volunteered. This is my next story. I know some of you, I've told this story, but some of you may have missed it or not remembered it or whatever. So Morgan says I volunteer. Very nice. I like it. So I'll actually do a call with people who want to volunteer probably in the next 10 days or so. And then everyone can come on. I'll tell you what we need and how we can do it and how I can help you as well. So, and I don't look for anything a lot, like probably just simple people helping out with some basic things just to keep the group feeling nice and homely and all these things. So the other thing is, for me, how I upgraded my big network in a way, and I got my first mentors, was I went to a Rich Dad seminar. I think some of you heard this story, but it's very instructive for this point. And I was so excited. The Rich Dad people were in my city, and I was like, oh, cool, nice. I want to come. I want to go get involved in this. So I went to go to the seminar. It was a very nice seminar, and I thought, wow, I like this project. I was very excited about buying the properties, about how to do it, how to buy it with no money, all these different processes. And then I was super excited about it. I signed up immediately. And then I saw other people. Like, I signed up for the next level, of course, because it was a sales pitch for the next thing, as usual. And then I saw a lot of people leaving. And I was like, hey, what are you doing? Are you all leaving? And they're like, yeah, we're going. It's like, you're not going to the next thing. And they're like, well, we're not really sure about it. We don't really know what it is. And I was like, hey, I'll tell you why this is incredible. And I just went like hardcore sales pitch on them. I brought those people back to the table where they sign up, and then they all signed up, and all the staff they're watching, they're like, huh, this guy's interesting. That's an interesting process. So they're like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, well, they were leaving, so I didn't want to let them go. I thought it was a great offer. Why not come here and help out? And it's like, oh, wow, that's nice. So I swapped some contacts, and then whenever they came back another time, I had those same contacts, and then I offered to volunteer for them. I said, hey, I helped you out last time. Maybe I can help you out in your team this time if you want to come too. And they're like, sure, no worries. I came there, and then I started selling people onto the event, and I was selling more people than the rest of their team. Like, I just wasn't letting people leave, rounding them up, and be like, nope, back to the desk, signing like 4 people up at the same time for the next event. And then I got moved up to because they saw how I was doing it, I drove to Dublin, and I was helping them out there, and then I would drive back. And so I would travel my own expense. And then I would offer to take the speakers out for dinner. I said, I know this place. I know the best places. I'll come pick you up at your hotel. I'll take you out to the best place for food. No, I'll drive around. We'll have an incredible experience. So then they were like, sure, no worries. I take them out. Then I get to sit with the speakers all night, get to all these things. They get to know me more. And then they invite me. They wanted me specifically on their team. So I would start traveling around. Like every weekend, we would fly over to different cities and we'd start doing the seminars for the rich dad people. And then that's where, like after a while, the CEO came over. He heard about us, what we were doing, me and my friend, and he was like, "What are you guys doing? Like, why are you doing this, selling this other stuff?" And we just told him. I said, "I want to be one of the speakers. I want to be on there. I want to be on the stage. I want to be presenting the ideas. I want to be learning to invest. I want to do these things." And he's like, "Okay, I'll give you our best guy. He'll train you. You can shadow with him, and you can get involved." And then for the next year, we were driving around with him. And we were sitting in the car for 5-6 hours at a time, talking about business, talking about how to launch things, how to buy companies with no money, how he would invest 300 million into the stock market at one time. So he'd spike it and then crash it and then do a lot of crazy shit. And he had so many entities and hundreds of properties and other things. And my mind was blown. And then I started buying companies with no money. So he put me on the stage to teach that process, how you buy companies with no money. And it gave me the chance to learn to speak in a different way. It gave me a chance to be mentored. And it was I did that at my own cost as well, at my own time. But the knowledge I got leveled me up in a way that it's very hard to pay for, to get that level of knowledge and upgrade. Because whenever I volunteer, people almost feel indebted to you. And they'll give you way more than they would otherwise. Because even before, the rich dad people, they offered to pay. They were paying people, I was doing 10,000 a weekend. And I was like, no, I'm not taking it. I don't want it. Like, what do you mean? It's no, I'm here for the learning. I'm not here for the money. Yeah, but everyone takes it. It's yeah, I'm not taking it. I'm not being an employee. And it puts a pressure on people to want to help you out even more. You'll notice how in that post we're talking about the mechanic business, how we build a mechanic business, I asked, how do we get employees for free? And some people might be, you cheap bastard. You want to take some poor people and grind them down and not even give them enough for a sandwich. What a scumbag. That's one way to look at it. Or you can see that I'm always about helping people develop and grow and flourish. And I'm also realizing at the beginning of a new business, you need to protect your cash flow and buy time until you get to the next stage. It's so important to always do this. And again, every new entity I ever do, I always start as if it's a new entity with no money. I feel I'm always going to do this. I just think it's a very good practice to do that, to always value every cent. Every money you spend on a business has to come from the business. I'm just big into that. So if the business brings in a certain amount, that's all I have to invest. There's nothing else beyond that. It's just that, because you can keep growing all the things you want. So I think, how could I get employees for free? And I don't even like the word employees, but for Peaceful Riches, it's by offering, I'll do calls with people. I'll check your business. I'll help you develop your income. I'll give you development things that's worth way more than the money. And as soon as somebody says, I'm willing to volunteer, I'm already thinking, okay, how do I help you? It's just what I do. Can I open a door for you? Can I connect with someone? Maybe you want to work for come into our Enlightened Millionaire group after, and you'll get to network with hundreds of multimillionaires. And maybe they see you working and they're like, oh, wow, I need your services. I'll pay you $200,000 a year to come and do this thing. So that's how it's by adding so much value in a different way other than the cash. But these are also big money moves, being willing to ask. And also, it's a two-way relationship. The people who said, I'm willing to volunteer, they're taking the first step to a big move because they're willing to put their time, put their energy into it. And then I, on the other hand, will fuel them, help them create things in another way. So then it's a win-win, but I'm not using the cash of the business, which is the early thing. And also, I think in self-development companies, it's even easier. But as I was saying, the mechanic business, if you're doing apprenticeships, you're teaching someone the craft, you're teaching someone the business. That's worth way more to them than minimum wage that they might get coming in doing sweeping the floors and doing other stuff. And also, when people work for free, they try to get value elsewhere. Whereas, if I said I need community support people and I'll pay 10 an hour, you're probably going to get people who just come in and be like, give me my 10 an hour. They'll do the minimum. You're not really going to learn much, and you kind of feel disrespected because you're only making 10 an hour. Whereas this way, you get to feel a valuable part of something you really like and be part of what we're growing. So I appreciate everyone saying about the volunteer. Eugenia says, I'm open to organize for free a spiritual retreat for the Peaceful Riches community. Wonderful. We'll see about that. I think I would like to have retreats at some point. Like I would love to put on, we were going to do an event in October, but I realized there was just lots of things were going on that didn't make sense to do it now. But I think after we launch and bring in some more people, we could do it in Marbella, maybe in like March or April or something. People can come down here and maybe we do something. I'm not sure how we do it, but there are many possibilities. So I hope you're starting to see in terms of like the big moves, it's been willing to start taking action. Because some of you might be enjoying the calls. You might be listening. You might be like, this is cool. I can see how people can make money this way. But my business is different. Like everything I do is different. Like I'm in a country that doesn't have blah, blah, blah. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I don't have an offer. Nobody wants what I have. I'm depressed. I'm whatever. Like blah, blah, blah. Everyone's got a story about why their situation is different. But it's like, if I could offer something, what would it be? And you might even just apprentice with someone for a while. If you don't have any skills, if you don't have any other, and your life's not in order, you might do well to just apprentice with someone in exchange for like having all expenses paid. I worked at sports camps for a whole summer, didn't get paid a penny. Had a great time, learned a lot, developed a lot. I got food and accommodation. I had no expenses. It was great. One of the best times of my life. Absolutely loved it. So there's times to then squeeze for money and times to learn. Depends what situation you are in life and what you need to do to put pieces together. So I hope you're seeing that. So any thoughts on this so far from anyone? Anyone thinking about what big moves that you can start building, what things you can start doing? I hope you're all thinking about some good ideas, thinking about your life, thinking about what can I offer? What big move can I take? How can I reach out? How can I start to get new clients in the next while? Like even I see Ty Quinn, I think he did piano and stuff. Was it piano instructor, Ty? I can't remember. Or singing. I've been thinking about lots of ways people could make. Nice. Ty says he'll volunteer too. I like to host calls to workshop offers. Very nice, Ty. Thank you. I always liked Ty. Great guy. Super good energy. Very friendly, very joyful person. So it would be great to have you on board too. But I think, Ty, can you remind me, did you teach music or something like this? I don't know if you were doing that full time or if you were doing... Because I like picking on different types of businesses so you can see. Yeah, it was learn your favorite song in a weekend. Is that piano or is that guitar? Like, give me a little more details there. Piano, beautiful. Maybe you want to volunteer to help me learn my favorite. I've been fumbling around with. See, this is the thing as well. Whenever you find someone, say you like someone, you think you can learn from them. It's like a very nice thing to like, you can add value to their thing. Like a lot of people do this with people's charities. You might find the cause that really matters to them and you help them. Like the story, if any of you know the I Love Marketing guys, I think it was an incredible marketing podcast. I loved it. Joe Polish, he really wanted to get close to Richard Branson. So he thought, everyone wants to get close to Richard Branson. So how the frick do I do this? How do I get to be like around him? And you're thinking, like, what could you do? So he thought, what's his main cause? What's his main charity that he really cares about? Because he probably couldn't help him in business, but his charity, you always need money. So he found out how much is the most that anyone donated in a year to his charity. And he set a goal. He's gonna whip round all of his network and himself, and he's gonna find enough people who want to donate to this charity and offer them something in return. And then he became the number one fundraiser in the world for Richard Branson's favorite charity. And you think Richard Branson takes notice? He's like, oh yeah. He notices some guy then tops up and helps him with his real highest level thing. So Richard Branson started inviting him to Necker Island, just him and private, things you couldn't pay for, things you just couldn't get another way. Because he'll invite someone differently than if you say, hey, Richard, I'll pay you 100,000 for a day. And he's like, he might not even let you do it that way. It might be a very different setting, but you help him with his favorite thing. Something that really matters to him. He will go above and beyond to really bring you into his world. But it's thinking beyond in a different way that we can connect with people. But here's the thing. This is why I always say the prosperity challenges and other things, because whenever you start being around prosperous people, you want to know how to be around these people. You don't want to be all depressed and a bit moody and not feeling good in the morning and, oh, I just have a headache this morning, I can't do anything, oh my God. You want to be joyous, prosperous, energized, ready to go, excited. You want to know about marketing, about sales, about business, about the world, about health, and be able to talk about 50 different things, more than that. To be joyful, know how to brand yourself, to know, like, there's a lot of things we have to put together, not to have our dramas, not to have other stuff. If somebody says something, like, let's say you're with Richard Branson and you find out you're like hyper against the climate change narrative. You think it's a big scam, totally crazy, it's all bullshit in order to control us and tax us and enslave us. And one of his favorite people starts talking about climate change. And you can be like, oh, don't you know? Don't you know? And you want to give him a lecture and then get an argument and then you lose your network. And it's not like you can't talk about things that matter to you, but there's a time and a place to bring everything up. Sometimes you can just, it doesn't bother you. Like, just don't be bothered. Like, why are you there? Like, what are you there for? Do you know how to just let things slide? If you're a Christian and then somebody's an atheist and they're like yakking about stuff, it's like, you can just let it slide. Do you know how energetically, if someone offends your position, can you just be like, well, that's fine. It's your position. I'm here for a different reason. And it's just like, there's times to just like know when to let things slide, not to be bothered by stuff, to be helpful, to be prosperous, to be joyous. So you have to start learning how to connect with people in different ways. Because again, same as if you volunteer in our group, I hope you'll talk to people in a specific way, joyously, excitedly. If somebody says something rude, you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, or whatever. And it's like, so there's many things we have to put together for this. I know, again, 1 hour, there's only so much we can cover. I just want to awaken your brains to this. In the group, we can really get into people's offers and how you can start taking an action. How you can start to take a money move to build your network, to build your connections, to launch a product, to get a sale. And we'll develop this over the next days, weeks, months. I hope you're all going to stick around and not just like bail after the Get Money Now training. Because I think when you make this a way of life, you're going to see how many people in this group now will be very comfortable in life a year from now. If you stick around in our group long enough, you'll build so many skills, so many things that you just, again, you can see my friends, a lot of you know my friends who I've been around a long time, how many are all flourishing and very wealthy now. Because you have to put all the pieces together. Sometimes it takes a little while. Some of you might not be able to get yourself to take action on this. Some people just can't take action. They just can't get themselves to do it. So we'll do the inner game of money probably in January-ish, somewhere around that time. And maybe you need that also. And then you come back to this process and then you find it easy next time. So, Ty says, I will be in Europe January and wanted to extend that offer to you if you're still interested. I'm very interested in learning piano because so one thing I just sucked at learning. Like I have I don't know why I suck. So I'm pretty good at learning stuff. I can learn things fast. Piano, music. No, my God, I don't know why I suck so bad at it. No matter how much time I put into it, it just still sucks so bad. I just don't get it. The thing is, for me, I don't hear songs in my head. I don't sing songs in my head. I don't remember songs at all. I don't feel music. I memorize the keys. I don't feel any beat. I don't feel any, like, so I want to awaken that side of me. That's a big part of me. I think it's more than the music. I don't get music. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, because usually I'm pretty good, but it's quite hard to just memorize every key of a piano. It's kind of tiring, to be honest. I know like 10 songs, but like reasonably okay-ish, but I should kind of get the idea more. So, Christina says, I offer free coaching sessions in Zero to Hero and I have amazing feedback. Also offered it here, but no one reached out. I still want to offer free sessions. Yeah, so again, as I say, Christina, nobody wants coaching. Nobody wants these things. No, it's not that they don't want it. They don't want it as described. Offer a thing, like a specific, find a thing that is specific, that you're good at, I'm offering. If anyone's smoking, I can get you off smoking in 30 days. If anyone's got addiction, if anyone needs to release trauma, if anyone's had a loved one passed away in a while, I can help you release that trauma. And then it's like, so it's like a specific, because some people go, oh, okay, I had that trauma. Yeah, please help me. But just coaching is like, what does that even mean? Like, so it's not that people don't want the service, they just don't want it as described. It's very not, engaging the offer. Again, you might be offering the greatest thing in the history of the world that we're all so stupid we don't know, like we're not accepting it. But that's just because there's so many offers for everything. If it's described in a specific way, then it's definitely much easier. So Julia says let's get in touch. Very nice. So hopefully that more people will reach out. But Christina, try and get the offer down really nice, and then you'll get so many people doing it. Cosmine says, I could offer the existing client a bigger package or a different product. Yeah, you could do that. So Sylvia says, I'm already putting out to the world that I'm looking for a VA and started interviewing when I have no money to pay for a VA. Yeah, well, the thing is, you want to start finding the people for your team before you need it as well. And then you might find the best people will show you how they'll pay for themselves. So it's important that like the best people like know how to make themselves look like they're not a drain on your resources, that actually will give you more money. So Addie says, in order to see if this is of interest, would people be interested in doing a free affiliate marketing course where you're kicked out if you don't follow the course? Just please give me an emoji if you would be of interest. Yeah, that sounds very nice. So Addie, even that, what is even an affiliate course? Please like explain that a little bit better if you're going to put an offer like that. Because I think a lot of people will be interested, because Ali is great at affiliate marketing. So, and you can make a lot of money doing affiliates. I'm curious. But I think even how you ask that, it could be a little bit like, what does that even mean? Make a promise or something. So, yeah. So someone ever told you, Alex says, someone ever told you you're bad at music? Yeah. Like it was just like, it was deeply ingrained into me that I can't sing, I can't do anything. And again, I had traumas around this, people making fun of me when I was younger, traumatizing me with stuff. I had just so many like things where I was just in a world where I was terrified to express myself in any way. And I know the situations that caused it. Like I had a lot of people just, when I was a very young child, anytime I tried to do anything, like everyone laughed at me, pointed, laughed, chuckled, made fun of me for months and years after it. And it just like, it stuck in, and emotionally I couldn't express myself. That's why it took me, how hard it was for me to start speaking on camera. It was like spectacularly hard. It took me years to be able to speak on camera, because I had so many like internal struggles and things I didn't feel good about what I was doing. So I never felt like I could express myself, which is why I like doing this so much, because I'm breaking all those fears and chains I had of myself. But I feel music, dancing and singing are big chains on me spiritually, emotionally, everything else. And I haven't found a way to clear that yet. So hopefully someone will get what I need and then help me through it, and then I will be forever in gratitude for you. So yeah, so I have many more things, but I guess we're kind of in our time. Let me check. So yeah, hopefully it gives you some ideas of things you can start doing. Hopefully this session was useful. We can do more hot seats as you start. Again, you can get out of this group what you put into this group. So if you're willing to put your offers, Claudia, I'm looking at you. I'm seeing your bubble there. I want to see your offer for your book. I know it's going to be great. So, and lots of other people, of course. I'm just seeing who's there. Yeah. So very nice. So, where are we? And then I think we're wrapping up now. So, yeah. Someone says, I know a healing modality which could help with your music blockage. Yeah, very nice. I think you sent me something before, someone maybe, but if it's something new that I haven't tried, I didn't click on it. So, yeah, I'm interested. See, this is something, if somebody's teaching music, you realize there's a lot more to this. There's a lot to learning music than there is just learning the keys. Like, how do you feel the music in your being? So Ty, hopefully we'll talk more. That would be awesome, because I really like Ty's energy. Amazing guy. So I appreciate that he's in the group again. Amazing. So that's it for everyone tonight. In the group, we're going to be talking about this a lot more, so please use it. I know sometimes Discord's a bit tricky. Go to members chat. You'll see some stuff. I'll try to post more things in Telegram so you're aware of it. But make your offer. Do this. Once you get good at making offers and you know how to package them, like, making money shouldn't ever be an issue again the rest of your life. It takes a little bit of thought. It takes a bit of creativity. You might just not get it for a little while. But once it clicks, you're just like, I see how everyone's making money so easy. Okay, very nice. So maybe, did somebody say about a copywriting session? Oh yeah, Elisa, maybe you want to help me do a copywriting course sometime, or anyone else who also does copywriting. You could also do like a session each or something. And then we could do it in the group. That would be incredible, because copywriting is one of the greatest skills in the world. And you might think, well, ChatGPT will do it. It's like, no, it won't. It's rubbish. it's good for helping with things. It speeds up some process, but it's not the same as knowing it yourself. It's so important. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming here. I really appreciate all your time. I appreciate you being here. It's great. We have Thursday night and then the bonus on Sunday, which is going to be a big one as well. And then that will be us finished for Get Money Now. So hopefully you come on Thursday night and Sunday, and there's a lot, and then we start tying it all up together and making the final stages, because we have your wealth getting system. I think that's what we called that session. This is very important for the next one. So I'll see you then. Hopefully you have a great time. I'll post the recording as soon as I can, and I shall see you in the group and on the next one. So have a good night, everyone. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Get money now.